Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Unholy Horde playthrough on the channel. And in the last episode, we dealt with a little bit of diplomacy with London, preparing ourselves for hopefully a trade route for rye soon, so that we can deal with our constant issues with food. I feel a little dumb for doing this. I am a moron, don't be like me, work on your food situation right from the start of the game. I just were Caden, so I wanted to try and play it like our first Caden series, where, I actually went and conquered things relatively shortly, but of course, we are on hardcore mode. It's a little bit different. But anyways, we do have flavorful ale, so we should be able to also fix our gold situation soon. So for the moment, we just kind of want to make sure our productions are all going pretty well. As you can see, we do have enough spears being made. We have enough maces being made. We'll be able to sell these spears, which will help us out. Having enough swords and axes is also going to help us pretty substantially, because swords are pretty good against people who do not have a lot of armor, and axes are good against people who do have a lot of armor. So having both of these will definitely make our army pretty strong, just generally speaking, which is definitely what I am preferring to have. Now also we do have medical salves, which has been a little bit of an issue. I think we've lost several soldiers in this playthrough just by not having enough medical salves. Hopefully that won't happen anymore. Now, we also are paying quite a bit for this army. That may become an issue. I don't even know why this guy has an injury. That's not good. Maybe he got attacked by a wolf or something. But there is actually a Caden right here. I would love to hire him, but we just don't have the money for it. That is kind of, like I said, it is kind of the issue. Now, really quickly, I want to check our loyalties, and we are probably going to give... Oh, we can't do it because Canute's not home right now. Is he getting uh oh, yeah, that's right. We sent him on a hunt. I did forget about that. Okay, so once that is done and he gets home, we'll reward Harold. And otherwise we're just waiting. Hopefully we can get the trader today. Okay, so we were lucky and we did actually get the trader today, so we're gonna go ahead and sell some daggers. We're just gonna sell these spears even though we haven't created more, because I don't think we're gonna need them just yet. The only bandits that are around, there's not very many of them, so we don't really need that. We are still sending 49 away, but once we get rid of some of these flavorful ales, it will be back on our side here, and we're going to go ahead and buy 2 papers. I may even take a small addition to the saturation here, just to get a little bit more money back. And let's see, did we already finish both of these? I'm gonna need to check that first. I think we did. I think we finished all of our... Oh, no, we did not even start them yet. Okay, so we need to do that. So let's go ahead. Emma is probably the best for the green book, since she is doing the least. And we'll put... We could put Lana on there, but I guess Harold would be okay. He probably won't do it as much because he has other things on his mind. Let's go ahead and go back to the trader really quick. So we can't buy herbs. It's unfortunate that you need such a high relation with the matriarch for herbs. I feel like it doesn't need to be that high. I mean, I feel like 15 or even 10 would probably be high enough, but either way, that is just something we'll have to deal with, as I say. So, is there anything else that would be good here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else. Faster construction. Wow, that's one of those books that basically never shows up, but when it does, it's always in the late game, and you're like, wow, that would have been nice. That would have been nice from the first day. But either way, we need to wait for Canute to get home, and I think we are just going to go ahead and attack this bandit camp if nobody else does before us. Just because if we do, it'll increase our relation even a little bit further with Norwich. So, I mean, it's at least a little bit of something. There's still only one bandit there, but I mean, we might as well just do it if we can. Unfortunately, it's going to help us as well, because I don't think we're going to be able to pay off this debt with Norwich, so they are going to be upset with us about that. But either way, we just need to kind of wait things out a little bit. Also, we finished our flavorful ale order, so we're going to go ahead and update it. We have 6 more herbs, so we might as well just set it now for 12, and otherwise I think everything else here looks pretty good. We don't need a lot more steel. We don't need really any more coal. Let's see. We have plenty of axes. Actually, some people must have been holding axes for patrols because now we're over the 10 that we needed before. Which is totally fine. It doesn't seem like that. It seems actually like they prioritize spears and maces instead of swords. So I thought it was based on like the level of the item, but it seems like it might be alphabetically because maces and spears are getting created. Not very many, but they seem to be getting created before the swords, which is kind of interesting. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let's look. It looks like they produced spears and swords for some reason. I'm not really sure why they did both. I'm not really sure why this one seemed to do both, but the brewery seems to prioritize the flavorful ale. So that's something kind of interesting that I'll have to do some further testing on at some point. Okay, unfortunately, Canute's hunt was unsuccessful, which means he's going to have a mood penalty, and so does Dara. And they actually dislike us a little bit more now. I have no idea why this happens. They added this where there are a lot of negative penalties for failing the hunts, and for some reason, at the same time when they did that, a lot of hunts just seemed to fail that used to not. I'm not a big fan of the update. It just seems like something that just punishes you for something that is completely and totally out of your control. But that is another thing, of course. As I say, we are just going to have to deal with. I don't know if there's anything else I can do at the moment to actually increase our relation. And in fact, this hurts us so much that we may need to do another offering. Yeah, I don't see any other way that we can really... I don't even know if we're going to be able to do a hunt again. So yeah, that's a problem. But it is a problem that is going to have to be dealt with. Okay, now since we do have a tiny bit of extra money, not very much, but just a little bit, and we have such a high amount of unemployment right now, I think that's because, well, actually I'm not really sure why we have that much. I guess it's because we haven't finished building that warehouse yet. We could build another rutabaga field just to have. If we do, let's see. If we do, I'll probably place it a little higher so that we can try to get an additional one at some point. Yeah, it looks like there'll be enough room for one more. I may even push this palisade out so that we could have a little bit more room here. I just kind of placed it just for, being able to see where everything was going to go, but it looks like it's kind of wasting some space, so there is that. We'll place that, though, and we have the warehouse coming, so that'll increase the amount of jobs, and we'll be upgrading the coal furnace and the weapon forge soon. That'll increase another job. But that's basically it. So we're going to need to find other work for people, and if we don't, then we are going to be losing migrants, of course. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But it's not really super important. If we only have 60 peasants, then that is totally fine. What we can start doing though, so we could actually just bring these 2 loyalists into our army, maybe even this guy. Because they will only be 9 in taxes, and we won't have to pay for them like we would with mercenaries. Now, they won't have the fear of death in their hearts, of course, because they are loyalists. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. We can train these guys up. That'll be nice, and then we don't have to pay for this guy. Now, with Canute home, we can go ahead and attack this bandit. Where's this guy going? Apparently, did they quit their attack on York? I think they were attacking York, right? It seems like. Man, if I had realized that, we actually could have gone and attacked them ourselves. We probably could have, yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, maybe did they win? Oh, wow, I think they actually beat York. Yeah, they stole all their money. Oh, is it possible for us to go and get them? That'd be a lot of gold. 14, I don't think we have enough, really. Yeah, I don't think we could actually win this. That is very unfortunate. If I had known about this sooner, we really could have made a good push for that. Look at that, 13 prisoners, which we probably would have just set free. But that 868 gold would have been awesome. Okay, well, such as that would have been, it's not something we're going to be able to do, so let's just go ahead and take out this bandit camp. And we'll just send Canute, and we'll send, we definitely don't need this many soldiers. We'll just send maybe our top 3. We'll send 5, just to be safe. And we'll just send them with axes. Or no, actually, we'll just send them with maces, because we would like to get this guy as a prisoner. This one single guy that's running a whole camp by himself. He must be lonely. Okay, so after thinking about it really quickly, I think we're actually going to cancel this attack, because I think we actually could potentially take out these marauders still. I think, now it says 13 here, but they actually only have 10 on legs. This means some of them must be injured and may even be completely unable to move right now. And I think these 13 are all factoring into the attack, so our percentage of chance of success may actually be a lot higher. Now, this is a little bit risky for sure, but not only do we have the soldiers that we have, but we can also actually hire just a couple more soldiers in the form of these peasants. Now, this guy already has like a wound or something, so he's probably going to end up getting killed. So what we need to do... Wait, why is he... Oh, he has rutabaga fever. Well, that's not great. I hope he doesn't end up dying. Okay, well, what we need to do is take a check. How many extra weapons do we have? It looks like we have 19 in total. That's 4 extra. So we need to take... I would prefer to take all these level 2 guys. And then... Is that going to be enough? We'll bring Harold with us. Okay, that's exactly 19. This is perfect. I think we should clean this up really, really easily. Saying 60%. The only issue is if we can't catch them in time, but they are moving incredibly slowly due to all these prisoners that they have. So I think we should be okay. Did they lose prisoners? I thought they had a lot more prisoners than that. But either way, if we can take them out, that's 868 gold. This will solve our problems for sure. And we can get a ton of prisoners as well. So hopefully we can catch them. Unfortunately, Canute is also seriously ill. That is going to be a problem. Okay, as you can see, we are chasing them currently. It's going to be very, very close. I'm not sure if we can catch them in time. I think we will. Only because I think when they do this turn and go up, I think that as long as they're on this stretch here, we can still catch them. But if they make it over here, I believe that they will be considered out of our range. So it's going to be very close. They need to get basically this close. Come on. Oh, I think as long as they're not fully in the shadow, we can catch them. And it looks like we do. Perfect. Okay. Now, if this is the way that Canute goes, then I suppose it is a worthy way to go. What we're going to do, we're going to try to get close. And as I said, it looks like a few of them are unable to move. Yes, they've got infected wounds. There's like blindness. Yeah, they did do very, very well in their raid, but as you can see, they took some heavy losses, and that is going to be their death here, I think. Let's go ahead and get over there, and we'll have Canute stay in the back so he doesn't end up dying. Now, it does look like these archers are doing some serious damage to us, which is to be expected. Let's stay in the back. Just long enough to get the fight started. Now, let's see. Hopefully we can do this without very many losses as well. That would be perfect. And it looks like we will. Perfect. Alright, we did lose some, it looks like. But, let's see what the total damage is. 3 deaths. Okay. We captured 7 of theirs. Now, let's see. 868 gold and 20 prisoners. Oh, my. Harold got the courageous spirit as well. Okay, so if Canute does die, Harold's already smarter. He's already a better manager. He's actually better at every single thing except for combat. Okay, that is perfect. We can definitely handle that. Now, we could just go ahead and take out this camp on the way home. We might as well. We could even just auto it, but I don't want a chance losing anybody. We should be totally fine. So let's just go ahead and rush on in. Did they have an archer there? They have 2 archers. Okay, well, that should not be an issue. Wow, did they just shoot like all the way over here? I think they did. I think they totally just missed their shots. And we lost somebody. Well, that does happen sometimes. What a sad death. One death. Maybe we would have been better off just auto-resolving. That's okay. We have made a good amount of money. Look at that. That is terrific. We can actually just... well, we're going to want to wait because we do have some loyalists that I would prefer to send back to peasantry if possible. Intoxication for moonshine. Okay, so everybody's... not the happiest. But once we manage to get this trade route going with London, we can definitely improve our food stores, and our moonshine stores should be a little better than they're actually showing here. Yeah, there's... oh, okay, there's none in actual stock right now. Okay, so they sold it all out. That's fair enough. But either way, we got 1,300, 1,400 gold pretty much. We do have a building broken now. It's the mill. That's not good. I almost want to just completely replace it, because 6 tools just for that doesn't really seem worth it to me. Where's our workshop at? Where do we place the workshop? There we go. Yep, okay, so we need this to be built first so that we can get the tools. And then, how much does the mill cost normally? Oh, are we not even able... did we lose the mill? Research? I think we did. Okay. That means we can't repair it either. I don't think. Let's just make sure. Should be in production, so... yeah, it's not there. Okay, well that's an issue. So we can't create food anymore. So we need to get the trader, and we need to hope that we can, actually either build a new one or replace the one that we have. Otherwise, do we get any... are we getting any loot from this as well? Looks like we got a bunch of daggers. We got a whole bunch of bows. Wow. We got some armors, it looks like. It's hard to tell if we got anything else. Now, we have a prison ward. Why is everybody here? Oh, they're... okay, they're doing, service. We may want to place another prison ward. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now just looking at the statistics, we have 95 people. We're probably going to want to place another temple pretty soon. We'll have to move this lumber mill because I think this would be the next best place for it. We could just move it. Ah, that glitch happened. Okay, that is not where I want it. Over here would be fine. It's not really near any of the trees, but at this point, none of the places really are. We can just go ahead and place down another temple. We may place it a little bit up. Actually, let's see. Where can we place the tavern? Can we place it right here? We'll also want another tavern, of course. Okay, we'll try to place that there and see about the temple. Can it be placed here? Yeah, okay. And that leaves actually a little bit of room, so we can move the lumber mill back. Is that going to crush that tree? Yes, it will. Well, okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so now we should be okay up to 150 population, and we still need to figure out this mill. Let's see what else. Okay, everything else looks good. It looks like we already got all the loot that we're gonna get, so 15 daggers, 11 bows, so I think we got more like 6 bows, and maybe a few spears, and some armors. That's making it out pretty good, I would say. We're also gonna set this to build first. Is there another space for another barracks? Because we're gonna be increasing our... okay, yeah, we need to move this palisade out for sure. We'll go ahead and place down another barracks first. We'll want to place it probably right here, just so that we make sure that we are bringing these palisades out as far as we need to. I may even extend it even further than this, just because extra room isn't really going to hurt us. That seems a lot better. It gives us a ton more room, and we may not even need to place that there. We may place it underneath this rock. Maybe. We'll just place it here. We're probably never going to have more than 20 prisoners anyways. We'll place that there, and this gives us quite a bit more space for more fields if we need to as well. But that's probably going to be it for this episode. Of course, we have a ton of money. I need to actually, before we end, I need to try to get rid of some of these loyalists. Of course, I do unapologetically save scrub for this part because it basically is never consistent whether they go back to peasantry or if they just leave. And I definitely don't want them to leave. Wow, look at this. This guy may actually... If we had no use for the trader right now, I would probably bring all these guys into our army. But they're going to be too much on taxes. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly get rid of our loyalists, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I was only able to actually bring 2 of these peasants back into our peasantry, which is fine. They were the combat level 2, and anything below combat level 3 is always going to, or at or below combat level 3 is always going to be 9 taxes anyways, so they were more taxes than they were really worth, and the rest of these guys are all fine. I mean, this one's a peasant that doesn't have loyalist, and any peasant... Actually, I don't remember if he was a... Oh, and he has gangrene, so he's gonna die anyways. That actually doesn't matter. But sometimes, obviously, if you have peasants that aren't loyalists, then they will have the fear of death and everything. That's not the best to have them in your warriors. But either way, we don't really have anybody else that we can hire as far as mercenaries go, otherwise I would do that right now. But we're doing pretty well on money at this point. I almost want to pay back Norwich, but the relationship loss isn't really going to hurt us with them too much, so I don't think it's really worth it. The next thing we need to worry about, of course, is our relationship with London. So I'm probably going to try another Flesh Wolf hunt with them, but otherwise that is going to be it for this episode. So hopefully, we can continue to have boons like this every episode. I mean, if we got marauders attacking everybody else, and then we're able to just clean them up, that would be perfect. We are now stronger than York. We are stronger, not stronger than Canterbury, not stronger than Lincoln, and definitely not stronger than London or Norwich. So we're getting there, though. At least York seems like their kingdom is probably going to fall apart. I would have liked to actually join them as a vassal, but at least now we won't have to worry about tribute. So, either way, I thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.